follow me on Snapchat, Jer built a cat tower because we were having some issues with Zeus climbing on the tree. So beside me there is a 6'3" cat tower, and Zeus is at the top right now, and he's supposed to be napping, but he's playing with it. But I have to say that the second we put this cat tower in, he hasn't touched the tree since. So I think he likes having his own little spot, don't you? Do you want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas? A very Merry Christmas? Do you want to take your bell off so we don't annoy the people? Okay, well, I didn't mean for you to play with the collar. That negates the purpose of taking it off. Okay, let me think about this for a second. You guys are going to see this video on Wednesday, so happy Christmas Eve. I'm so excited. And today I wanted to film my November and first half of December favorites. That way my first video of the new year can just be a big year-end wrap-up, best of the best. But these products are so good that I felt like they deserve their own video and for me to talk about them for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and start out with my #1 favorite. You guys know that I am a huge Paula's Choice fan. I love the line, my favorites being the moisturizers and chemical exfoliators. Never really tried much of their cleansers, not for any real reason, I just really wasn't drawn to it. But about a month or two ago, I decided to place an order with some things I've never tried, and one of those was the Skin Balancing Oil Reducing Cleanser. This is amazing. If you have combination to oily skin, you know, cleansers stay on your skin for such a small amount of time. I didn't think they could make much of a difference, but this, I usually have to blot at least twice during the day at work, but if I use this and just my normal primer, normal foundation, I can get into like 2 p.m. before I feel the need to blot. And if you have that oily skin, it's really nice to find something that controls oil without being drying, and I think I found it. I have to say that it hasn't really gotten that cold out yet, so I might have to move on to a more moisturizing cleanser when we get into like the dead of winter, but come spring, I will definitely be coming back to this. So if you have a combination or oily skin, like you get an oily T-zone, highly recommend. I've mentioned before I'm kind of finicky when it comes to shampoo. It just takes a lot for me to repurchase the same bottles again and again. I love the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day, and what I like so much about that set is that it's lightly moisturizing, but it lets my hair feel cleaner for longer. And I wanted something that I could alternate between the Living Proof and just something a little bit more moisturizing because my ends get so dry. So the last time that Ulta gave a 20% off coupon, I went onto their website and I sorted shampoos by best rating. And after reading all the reviews, I ended up purchasing the Caviar Anti-Aging Replenishing Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner. This is from the Alterna line, and I hate that I love it so much because it is so expensive. But Ulta just gave another 20% off coupon, and I ordered backup. So I thought if I'm ordering more of these, I should probably talk about it, but it is a really good shampoo and conditioner. I think it's very moisturizing. I think my ends look a lot better, but I'm still able to get some volume from this. So if you have really dry hair, or maybe just this time of year, your hair starts to get a little bit drier, I really like this. And I actually, when I ordered that, I also ordered some kind of treatment that you spray in just at your ends to kind of help them look a little bit better. And I think my next video right after Christmas is going to be all about hair, which I don't talk about hair that often, so I'm excited to film that video. I have to think about how I want to do that, but that should be the next video you see. The weather really has been mild, but I've started to feel that my body's been getting a little bit drier, so I've had to step up my moisturizer game, and I thought I would share my 2 favorite. These are not new products, but if you're a new subscriber, I thought I could talk about them really quick. The first is from One Love Organics. This is the Gardenia and Tea Antioxidant Body Serum. First of all, this smells like heaven. Second of all, it has a spray nozzle, so it is super convenient. This to me works best if my skin is still a little bit damp. So right after I get out of the shower, I'll towel off, but not completely. Even if I have a couple beads of water, that's fine. I'll spritz this all over and then really work it in. And I feel like if my skin is damp, it just helps this to absorb a little bit more quickly and spread a little bit easier. But the smell just subtly lingers. It's really pleasant. And then if you're more into a body butter or a body lotion, I love the one from Josie Maran. This is the Whipped Argan Oil. And it really is the texture of this one that makes it special, that light as air, kind of fluffy texture almost. It sinks in really quickly, but it is intensely moisturizing. And sometimes if, I really just kind of just depends on how I feel that day, which one I use. But sometimes if maybe I have like a dry patch on my knee or elbow, I'll put the oil first and then top it with the Josie Maran, and that is just double the amount of moisture. I feel like YouTube is all liquid lipsticks all the time right now. Everybody's talking about them and using them in their tutorials, and I have a couple that I like. I have one from a natural brand, and the name is escaping my mind. I will put it up on the screen. I also have a few from Kat Von D, and the Kat Von D ones are nice, and I think the colors are phenomenal, the color range. But for me, at least, who I have dry lips, I feel like my lips get so dry when I use this. And actually, when I went to New York during the summer and I got a lipstick made at Bite, the Bite Beauty Lip Lab, that color was actually based off a Kat Von D liquid lipstick that I liked. I was just trying to accomplish the same look in a more moisturizing formula. So I don't know, I've just been a little bit like, you need to cool it with buying the liquid lipsticks because you don't reach for them. But I saw a couple people talk about the Sephora collection ones. The first one I heard talked about was by Estee Lalonde, and it was number 14. And then I just started watching Alana Davison on YouTube. I don't know how I haven't found her sooner. I absolutely love her and her videos, and she talked about 13. So I decided to go off both Alana's and Estee's recommendation, and I bought both of these at the same time. I love these. They last for forever. I really don't find that they dry out my lips. Just kind of nice to be able to have a go-to lip product that you can count on to last for a long time throughout the day. Both colors are absolutely gorgeous on their own, but the way I've been wearing them is actually mixed together, and I think they're gorgeous. And I did wear this combination in a recent video, so if you want to see that, I will have it linked down below. I'm just now realizing that this video is going to be very lip product heavy. Red Apple Lipstick sent me their holiday collection, which was very pinky red base, a lot of red lipsticks and pinky red glosses, but my two standout colors were actually a pink and a purple. The pink is called Mabel, and this is a great neutral pink, so not too cool, not too warm. It's very similar to Audrey, which is my all-time favorite Red Apple lipstick. Audrey's just more glossy and moisturizing. Mabel wears a little bit longer on my lips. And the other color that I think is fantastic and really cool for Red Apple to come out with is called After Hours. This looks incredibly dark in the tube, if you can see that, but on the lips it's more of a fuchsia purple, and I've worn both of these in recent videos, so I'll put links to those if you want to see what they look like on my lips. But the standout products from that line are actually the lip liners, and I've used these so much. I think the only concern I have about these is that I think I might go through them really quick, because I think they need to be sharpened a little bit more than say a MAC lip liner or my Jane Iredale one. My most used, if I'm going by how much I've sharpened it, is Dusty Rose, and I think that's because I've been wearing that underneath the Sephora cream lip stains. This one goes really well with either of the two colors. And then my favorite neutral nude one is called Natural. This is a great everyday lip liner. And then what's this one? This is Barely Pink. Let me see really quick. Yeah, this is the one that's a little bit like MAC Soar. I think if you like those types of shades, you would really like this. So if you are already a fan of Red Apple lipstick, or you haven't tried anything from the line before, those are my current two favorite lipsticks, and I would really recommend the lip liners. I'm going to finish up and talk about brushes. I've been loving the MAC 221 brush. I would call this a petite crease brush. It's incredibly dirty because I used it this morning, but if you can see on my eye, I have a green on my outside corner, and then up above it I have this dark brown. This is the brush I use to apply the dark brown, and I think this size is really great if you want to use a dark color, but you want to be very specific in placement. You want to keep it low so that it doesn't like get up high and start to be more and more dramatic. This brush gives you a lot of control, which I really like. And then I have a new favorite foundation brush. This is from Furless, and it's called the CB2 brush. It's easily one of the softest brushes that I own. I think CB stands for Couture Base. It's a smaller foundation brush, but I think it makes it perfect for applying foundation into all the corners of the face. And even on days when I'm in a big rush, I will use this to blend out concealer underneath my eyes. It's soft. I've washed it 3 or 4 times so far. It washes up beautifully. And to wash it, I've been using, this is the Benjabel Organic Brush Shampoo. And if you've been in the YouTube beauty community for a while, the name Benjabel is not new to you. I have purchased 3 of their brush trees over the years. Still such a cool, innovative product, and I use it every time I wash my brushes. I've gotten to know Jan, who owns Benjabel, with her husband through Instagram. She's a fellow cat lady, and she sent me their organic brush shampoo. I think this is a new product. What I like so much is that when I first opened this, I recognized a lot of the ingredients. It contains things like coconut oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, vegetable glycerin, rosemary extract, and it also works so quickly. I can just really knock out cleaning all my brushes in a short amount of time. So this is fantastic, and I think if you're ingredient conscious, it's nice to be able to recognize all the ingredients. If you prefer a solid brush cleaner, I still really like the Sephora collection one. The only thing I'll say is that that one is heavily scented. I don't mind it, but if you are sensitive to scents, that's the only thing I'll say. But both of those work incredibly well and just leave your brushes so clean. And I promise you, every time I get frustrated with how my makeup's going on, like I can't blend, my eyeshadows, everything's looking muddy, or my foundation's not applying well, I have to look and I say, are my brushes clean? And 9 times out of 10, they are dirty brushes. So I think keeping your brushes clean and just getting on a schedule will make a world of difference with makeup application. That is all for my November and partial December favorites, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about some new products I've been loving, and I wish each of you the merriest of Christmases. I'm a little bit sad because I think this is going to be the last video I film in front of my tree, but it's been such a fun holiday season. I wish you all the best. I'll be back next week. I might upload a little bit early next week. I haven't decided yet. It's kind of a weird week, but I'll definitely be back with a new video, and I will see you then.